ena no kware ne wo.
Obi afra me kwenamade ebi so fra me di achiever. Pasho kostoa na hwe Ashanti Prime TV. Na Queen Stable so dwumadi a ye de bramo ebinada ene ya wada bia 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Aha ena ye kasa ma ema ye spiriti no na ye kasa mama ema voice so yate. Enti so me kasa Ashanti Prime TV a wo se aha ena no kre ne wo. Queen Stable, your seat is reserved. In fact, grab your seat on every Tuesday and every Thursday. Thank you.
Ashanti Prime TV. Aha ena no kware ne wo.
Welcome to the Queen Stable, where women reign, voices rise, and stories shine. This is an ultimate all-ladies talk show where the conversations are real, energy is high, and no topic is off the table. Over here, women from all walks of life gather to laugh, learn, and speak their truth. From lifestyle and love to challenges and triumphs, we dive into it all in honesty, style, and a whole lot of fun. This is the space where women empower women, voices matter, and every story inspires. You know, when queens come together, kingdoms flourish, right? Grab your chair, because at the Queen's Table, your seat is reserved. Join my beautiful ladies and I this and every Tuesday and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. on Ashanti Prime TV. Ashanti Prime TV. Aha, nano kweno.
Action, 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 action. Action media. Audition, audition, audition. Yeah, audition can see me. Our action media. Yeah, series. Can see pa. Obi amfa no hunyim. We penyino, we akwadao. Emrantie ne maba ni nyina. Ye hia obi bia. Action media. Yeah, series can see. Adi abegu Ashanti TV so. Obi amfa no hunyim. Boy mi gina mu bi. Obi amfa no hunyim. Frɛ number na ye twa agu ate no. Me see frɛ number no. Frɛ number no. Thank you. Ashanti Prime TV. Enam tie ni mu no boy. Magi medwa. Ye duru ha se to dia. Na ye nsɛm akɛse nko a. Sɛ wo pɛ nsɛm no kora no atie ana wo pa asɛm papa. I wo Ashanti mem Ghana mem be bia wiase be bia atie dia. Hwɛ Ashanti Prime TV. Ɛhɔ no kora no. Ɛwɔ. Me see Ashanti Prime TV. So open to tie news pa ana wo pe baby a asem a ye ka no unko bi so bi na open no kure wo mu a hwe Ashanti Prime TV no kure no ahanko ana wo
Bible na me ate ase se enye ye ne honam ene moja ene enya wetin asafaya treasure house of prayer am ye twa ne tia ka ne topper onyamidi for Prophet Stephen Ochre the see edano akofa dwumadi esron kokra yatu ne di in his presence na dwumadi so ana ye ba ne abobom pa ye ne tie awurade asem na nyamidi fo ahye kom egu nyame ma so eti wa wo hwo mi ohaw ne dadwene bi eda wo so de sikasem enkoye de awadesem enkoye ebre ne se oni ebedi ahia eye wuku ada bia anopa 11 edekosi awia 12 awo Ashanti Prime TV so awo abra nyamidi for the see agina edwa awo in his presence so eti misra wa wo hwame ye bema wakonya ama wo so atimi afre na ohane amane bi eda wo so no nyamedi fo no bedi komo na kwankyere bi wo bia no nyame nam di fo so de ama oje ene fa hodie aya wo dia eti misra wo kwada bia no eni yenyi ahia awo Ashanti Prime TV so awo in his presence dwumadi so na mnim se oje ene fa hodie ebe ya wo dia
media ne Prophet Stephen Ochre agodo no a efreme the seer Shiamo Ashanti Prime TV so ebra me di dwumadie a yato ne din in his presence. In his presence dwumadie eye dwumadie wanwaso bi a Awurade befa me so ama wa ye nhira. Na dwumadie mu no Awurade ebena me so ama awanwande ne nsenkyerene bebre yebebɔ mpaye na yebɛyɛ niema bebre ewa hanomo. Enti mesro hia me ukuada we ene ukuada bia ewo Ashanti Prime TV iso eyewukuada anopa 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Shiame na wabrabo enye saa de biarada.
In his presence Ochiebreni.
Ebusian for meeting the Queen Amadi Miss Culture Global 2025. Keep watching Ashanti Prime TV. Ashanti Prime TV there. Aha and anokre and all.
Ashanti Prime TV. Aha and anokre and all.
Hello, lovely people. Ashafoni Adofonum. Mamuni aba Helena Wachibonso. Ahaye Ashanti Prime TV. Edi juma die stronko bi ebremo eye apomodin enkomo. Eye wa pomodin, ma pomodin ye nyina ya pomodin enti. Ede na ya wadwendwene enti wontime na. De na ya kwankro enti wosumye kra wontime enna sui. Kai say many a doctor for ekokudam any a nurses for. Wona wo hwe ani, wona wo hwe aso. Osha se efriwutiri so ekosi wonase na bibia e ha wefa wapomoden sem no ye betena se ne apensem mu ama wate ase na kan ho no se eye memene da nwumrebre a efri no nsia ekosi no nso empa mu every Saturday from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Eka se apomoden koma no waje so se ma pomodin enti aha ye Ashanti Prime TV na ani se Ashanti Prime TV di aha na no krewo.
Ashanti Prime TV. Aha, and I no carry the war.
Sembi sisi, in sembi koso. A man for our rim. A man for dada sitinem. A man for relationship mo. Now so why no beti one as my mom? Or baku for kuhunu, or that's a funny wine. Empo, why never di? And in Ashanti Prime TV, I could find you ready one was so beer. Yatuni didn't say, keep me anonymous. Now will keep me anonymous sooner. Ubet me at if you say, ye desire keep me anonymous we ebe person ansem ni nyina no pomesibre ye mfa saa nipa ko a ode na asem ni bae edin ana nipa su ni entudwa enti na me say chia me cha my jewel me ni mapamfo adwada bia ana wokuada bia anadwu no ndu e wa Ashanti Prime TV so se me ka say keep me anonymous a wajem so say your problem matters na se me ka say Ashanti Prime TV a wonim say eha ana me kware no
empempe no yema ya won abewi ase entumi ni enkomo emfa won abrabo mu nanso onim se wo gidie ewo won namfofo mu onim se obaba no anase obaba ma no ewura school ma enoko wura tebia foforo mu. The answer is no. Onim ho hwe enuti na Ashanti Prime TV yedi dwumade bi a yato ne din se campus experience. Jumadi we baba beboa ama awfonom ehunu ni a omanom efemu wabra owo school mu. Students nowadays go through challenges in life and most especially on campus. Are you a young girl or are you a young boy who is finding life crucial on campus and want to talk to us? Then worry not, because you are at the right place at the right time. Campus experience is here for you. Miniaba, and then Miniabema, a tepe and a how, and I say a tepe na wado wako fra, it was school, and it was so jaya, wouldn't to me. A Unuboniana, a Yabrabomun Samana, a teacher even a empo or tatawo. What could society be more opposite with Frima and into Untimi Frimo? Jumadi e babebois, Amania Untimi Yanina, Yabois, Amanina, Abanerie, and would you make the isono? Many a teacher for a retire at the chiremu na owo tema ema enkwala mame fo empay 42 any doctors ebetra se yadwendwene ekwaya ye befa so ama sa tibia na opese ujai no abade wiye enti hwebe Saturday ya ebai any Saturday bia 10 a.m. ekopem 11:30 a.m. ewo Ashanti Prime TV. For queries and for sponsorship, please contact 0538 982 898. I repeat, 0538 982 898. Campus experience. Let students feel at home.
Amen. Nyame Shrao. Nyame enyo biara kese. Midi the Reverend Emmanuel Fojo. Nyame ayadom ama Ashanti Prime adwono ho pa yie. Na wo se na watu bia eyese wo hyase na odi awurade nyankopon hyase nti wafa dwumade bi ade aba yato ne tin God's hour onyankopon emre na wo nyankopon mre so no ye bebo mpaye yebeti awurade nyankopon asem na ema owura mfi se obehya ma afoforo nso so na afoforo nso abeye nhira bomodin se ebra wo hwei obeso seed ewo number na egu screen eni no eya so seed na Awurade Nyankopon benam usidi ne so aye ho nsenkyere ne hwame eda juade ene juade bia obra abo dubaako ebesi dumino na wobeye nhira eya ma wure mfise o hweme no obeso seed nso ewo mu efise yewo obuo bre ene wo twa bre bibia wona bre esanse nyame bre nti se wudu sika nso ebo nyame adwuma won so bre enya kwada nyame nhira na nyankopon te nanim kyerɛw dwumadie wobeye nhira enti twa se obɛhyɛ ama afoforo mo wure mfi hyɛ ema afoforo nso na omo so ye nhira nyame nhira na onka ho ewo Yesu Kristo demo amen bye bye.
Ashanti Prime TV. Aha and Anokware ne wo.
Ebusia nokura ehia poma ansa na wanante na se nokura togusu mpo a eyentro ensem pii ena etwagu ye monten so ye fiefiem ye nwumam ene ye media ne so nanso asembisa ne se emu de ehe ena ye nokura enu nti na ye mpese obi biara etum futurogu wani nti Ashanti Prime TV mpanyifo ye hyehyɛ dwumadie soronko a yato ne din se nokura ensem mi opi amoako metina madi dwumadie mu kyeame aha ene ka amanyosem aman kyekyereɛ ne nka nkro ne mpuntu ane ade biara yɛde kyekyere man emane yeye ne yɛka no nokore so yɛka nokore kyerɛ tumi wɔ abra yɛ ni atam enti hyiame opi amoako ɛwɔ nokore nsɛm so afiri dwuada ɛkɔpem efiada anwumere na nwɔtwe kɔpem sɛ nonkono ɛbɛbɔ apaa mu nokore nsɛm aha ane yɛka nokore kyerɛ tumi wɔ abra yɛ ni atam Ashanti Prime TV aha na nokore ne wo.
Hello, beloved. We are coming your way with a good news live on Ashanti Prime TV. It's a program that is going to bring a lot of spiritual refreshment. It's going to be a blessing unto your life. It's called Prayer Line Connect. It's going to be happening on Mondays, 11 p.m., Wednesdays, 11 p.m., and on Fridays at 11 a.m. It's going to be a time of refreshment in the spirit, a time where the Lord will minister to us by the word, by prayer, and by the prophetic that will bring deliverance to our lives in a lot of ways. I want to specially invite somebody to join and connect on Prayer Line Connect live on Ashanti TV every Monday, Wednesday, 11 p.m. and on Fridays, 11 a.m. Your life will never be the same. I am praying for you. God will meet you at the point of your need. See you on PLC. God bless you.
Abusha me mawachi ema wakwaba eba Ashanti Prime TV. Jumedia yatu ni din anopatutu tuso. Abusha a morning show jumedia ye de brel. Aha ne yeka Ghana nsem, yeka amanyosem, yeka school sem, yeka akwani ebedie ho nsem, yeka mrahye bedwam, yeka akwantempo ho nsem so. Yeka yaresabia ho nsem. Aha ne yeka Ghana ho nsem nyina. No kre wom, ya no kre nim. Baby antro ne da ye the evidence any fact ebe kama bom aya analysis ama wa obeti ase. Aha Ashanti Prime TV jumedia ya to ne dia no patutu. Abusha me na me di jumedia ho chia me. Ye fa me Sam ba Ike. Jebre neti anopatutu abra aba no pa nonum ekosi se nondu ebebo no morning show sonko Ghana ina etie anopatutu abushanfo aha Ashanti Prime TV na wonim se ye ka se Ashanti Prime TV dia na che se aha na no kre no ewo
was afraid yes Christ do you may get say about what I had to push pray until something happen the bomb pie could say the be so ABC or your brabo how near my libre at the impasso we are brim the say anything and I made yes said the source your bomb pie could say the be so ABC and you won't feel my your mom pie never didn't fire sasso and you and feel how anyone money no quadrant I mean, said that they do a film. As I said, how I tell about the day and Ambassador Jumedi, but they be your chairman and Yabon Pire. Never their fire so a UFO how money. The day the Prophet Williams Abuvi Ameda Asafwa, the day Peaceway Chapel International Award Intimacy, Kuko Abbey. Come home, your mom pie. Now, the GD said, about the number of Domso, a now, the Imagine at Dasso, when they said, well, Empire Bomono, the baby of Manatu. How near my dear dog should be a fra, rather fire sasso. Ye hinter, the way in the baby see the other person. A vampire man, they are more pancheram way. They are dancing abroad, and so your family. A day at Canada, Yawada, and it's here. Every abon no do see Duba, for maybe not. Number in the West King as Fred. Now,
Yamon Payman, that's all fra, you know, bet me a 0552 885147 0552 885147. Oh, I'm with you, so bet me as the number 0533 548614 0533 Fred, everybody fights with angel. Push by your piano, everybody angel full house.
Ejebo, eja enyabedru. Eye program wanwa so a wahwe animu ache na me panel members ye de airbrem yate ne din prime trend. Me see yate ne din say prime trend. Eye konkonsa na woni fie ye di jaw no. Na Ashanti Prime TV ye de airbrem. Starting from Monday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday at 4:30 p.m. Diakonya neshe Ashanti Prime TV. Ashanti Prime TV, aha, anana kweno.
O say ye, Ghana mine, atadwe, and ya viate denne. Ashanti Prime TV, eda niji sem kesiye, aba meja di phone na. Sa we ya ankre, sa we ya akuakuo, sa we ya sofo. Dwumade biara wudi biara no. Ashanti Prime TV say Fabra na ye mahu da Roman. Ne bo so de eda fom boko. Atiti say who metra 10% discount. Ote me say 10% discount. Inti efri ebobosu meyimu. Ekoso openima bosu minimu. Metre efri September yi, ekosi December. Ye ma 10% discount. Inti wo chain den. For number na wo screen so no. Na ni panyufo di nkomo. Ye ka Ashanti Prime TV a. Unim say ha na no cry no wo. House na dodo wonara. Eshe Ashanti Prime TV. Aha na no cry no wo.
Ashanti Prime TV. Aha and no carry no wo.
Obia frame kwena made ebi so frame di achiever. Pasho kostoa na hwe Ashanti Prime TV. Na Queen Sable so dwumedia ye de bramo ebinada ene ya wada bia 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Aha ena ye kasa ma ema ye no na ye kasa mama ema voice so yate enti so me kasa Ashanti Prime TV a wo se aha ena no kre no wo. Queen Stable, your seat is reserved. In fact, grab your seat on every Tuesday and every Thursday. Thank you.
Ashanti Prime TV. Aha and no carry no wo.
Welcome to the Queen's Table, where women reign, voices rise, and stories shine. This is an ultimate all-ladies talk show where the conversations are real, energy is high, and no topic is off the table. Over here, women from all walks of life gather to laugh, learn, and speak their truth. From lifestyle and love to challenges and triumphs, we dive into it all in honesty, style, and a whole lot of fun. This is the space where women empower women, voices matter, and every story inspires. You know, when queens come together, kingdoms flourish, right? Grab your chair because at the Queen's Table, your seat is reserved. Join my beautiful ladies and I this and every Tuesday and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. on Ashanti Prime TV. Ashanti Prime TV. Aha, nano kweno.
Action, 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 action. Action media. Audition, audition, audition. Yeah, audition can see me. Our action media. Yeah, series. Can see pa. Obi amfa no hunyim. We penyino, we akwadao. Emrantie de mabani nyina. Ye hia obi bia. Action media. Ye series can see. Adi abegu Ashanti TV so. Obi amfa no hunyim. Boy mi gina mu bi. Obi amfa no hunyim. Frɛ number na ye twa no. Me say frɛ number no. Frɛ number. Thank you. Ashanti Prime TV. Enam tie ni mu no boy. Magi medwa. Ye duru ha se tu dia. Na ye nsɛm akɛse nko a. Sɛ wo pɛ nsɛm no.
Adishia me wa kwa baba Ashanti Prime TV and you know so kasi ebona msum for gift si abagna kendela gift sale and you me dey some one and some a ekoso ye mayimo ne nkofo man so na samu for so ne so a ye DBS somo Ashanti Prime TV and you know so ekasi ebo kasi mu no ensem ne de dodo na na abeti na nimu no ebi eyese Ashanti Regional Minister kopimo China no de abasobo akwa ma China ban no so otumi ahwehwe wo mu forest no so amache so mo no baye na emu mfudie nyina aye from bokrom ho no mo san so na Ghana mampani His Excellency John Mani Mahama kopiem ewo Rollins a wanya ne bi ko ni fie a chese na nzie ti se ne yere kunadu agina Rollins so to na nanoma odi shede koma busua no nam so announce state funeral announce state burial ama oba penny eye Konedu Ajman Rollins and some no do na ka we mo na nwumre me dey som wo Ashanti Prime TV nwumre no so ka se bo mi twa me ho na basisia na me de ka se ne mu ntremu no asomo Ghana mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama kopiemu wo Rollins awatona nanom wonse do ni fie eno e won kran na wo de atudwa wo kiremu se oba penny eye Ghana ye former president ye former first lady former first lady ye Konedu Rollins ni wo ye wo no wo mo ehye state burial e de amano na tresabwa na no na kai ne sompa wo de asom Ghana man nyina oni ni kunu brown mo bebo ye no nti a state barrier amano.
So on behalf of the people of Ghana, the government, I want to extend our sympathy and condolence to the family and to say that we will work closely with the family. We're waiting for the family to meet and tell us what their desire is. But I just want to announce as president, we shall give the state funeral. The family can do the traditional funeral. So once we know what the things are, we will the state will get the full orders that she does as a former first lady and mother of the nation. So I thank you very much and accept my condolences once again.
The sound Zinato Rollins dia tujwa wo dwumadi na se ayiyo na se awo chirum sas da PSA enkoma Ghana mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama se wonam na dum so na enei wo mo edi tujwa se wo mo be state barrier dia mane maame eya ni monyam shekese pa woni na busua nyina wo mani so.
Memories fade when it comes to the deep, long-lasting relationships that surpass partisanship in politics. And I'm very honored on behalf of the family that you have made this announcement that she's going to have a state funeral. I would also like to extend our appreciation for the 3 days mourning that you actually declared in her honor. It's a difficult time, but the outpouring of love and the show of support, and even on the day, your immediate response was so encouraging, and it made us realize that it's not just the case of our mother has passed, but the recognition of who she was to everybody, as far as being a statesperson in her own capacity, but a mother who touched lives personally. Your Excellency the President, we are honored by your presence here today. And your words have been very encouraging to us. And indeed, as much as a shock as it is, you have been so very supportive. You've extended all the supports that you've needed, and protocols and everything. And I would like on behalf of the entire family to express our absolute gratitude to you for everything that you've done so far to help us make sure we give her a dignified exit, a dignified farewell. Your Excellency, this is your funeral. This is our funeral. And God knows why it has happened now. And as believers, we cannot but believe that this was the time. And it is for us to ensure that as we honor her memory, it is not in absolute grief and only shock, but also in celebrating the lives she touched, the impact that she had, because many of us are beneficiaries of that. And as we proclaim that, the generation that may not be aware of that impact will come to know that that was part of the foundation of where we stand.
Eno nam so ma fifi kwate dia to dwa wo tremu se no areho sempa na to endi samayoko ni nyina sanse na konedu Ajimai Rollins a wato na nanom won se edu na nka esese osamba NDC amayoko no mu biem no be Kenya nimam eni se owuo ama ne nsa kese no so ato ne so a eni wato na nanom won se edu no.
Honorable, in your remark, you mentioned a time without number efforts that the NDC had made to ensure that the First Lady was brought back into the party. Does the NDC regret that you were unsuccessful at doing so?
I wouldn't say unsuccessful. I would rather say that maybe the time was exactly what made it a bit difficult because clearly, even on her part, you could see clearly she was ready. Because I mean, we've constantly said that the role that she played is in founding this party, making this party great and strong. Despite the difficulties that came along the way, we needed to ensure that we placed those behind us. I'm happy that at least during her time, this effort started, and she obviously embraced it. We were hoping that the 5th anniversary of the founder was a time where we were going to bring a culmination of that whole effort. But as you said, man proposes, God disposes. But I'm happy that at least during her life, she could see that effort happen. So that clearly made her to feel that all the work that she's done in building the party has not totally been.
Another day in Ghana City since Kwame Nkrumah epa can say City ayebedi no anya emfia jusia. Which was 60 years and no nam so my lunch city no for cra. Yensha de course so no ebi.
Your Excellency the Vice President, behold the Ghana at 60 logo. In 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. It's the celebration of sovereignty, stability, and economic resilience. Hold your hands together, wave your flags for the city at 60. Winneba Youth Choir, we are all yours for the celebration.
Already monyam for ato force na wonon wo hwe yesika sem so de atodwa wo dwumade na se a wo kyerem se e kame akwa kwese Ghana hanom no enioma bi enkoyi wo sidi no ho obi de ne dan e ma han a wose wo de ma han wo dollars mu obi man so sika de e de na ejita ye ni ase dendenden sa dapi Ghana sidi ene ye sidi a Ghana ye je atum se no ne ye nie etimu amodin sa ase e ma han tonton sa ase wo dollars mu no munyan sa enioma no kra February 43 mu jisika wo dollar mu te Ghana ha eji obi kro mu sika wote ne he enti mo menya saade no na ye nyina ye nso sidi ni mu na ye ni ye na enye fe.
As managers of the economy, we have remained steadfast in our duty to ensure a strong city and a very stable currency. Our commitment to fiscal discipline has contributed to the strengthening of the Ghana city. I want to use this opportunity to commit that the government of Ghana remain committed, and we shall stay the course to ensure that the Ghana city remains stable and gains, as we have seen, are being maintained. As citizens, we have a role to play. And let me repeat this. As citizens, we also have a role to play. We must maintain the sanctity of the city as a legal tender by preserving it with dignity and protecting it jealously. We must all be vanguard, and we have to ensure that we are all vanguard by ensuring that the city's value is maintained. We must be eschewing the act that seeks to undermine the value of the currency, particularly the pricing of goods and services in foreign currency. the US dollar. Let me use this opportunity to once again stress that as Ghanaians, the Ghana cedi remains the only legal tender. The US dollar is not our currency. The cedi is our only currency.
A penny a one on was share quine hon some so a year Kwame governs Abaza Edia Tuja, which them say, Mama ina galam saint okwa, ye kono yen som, na yen kono kodene so. Said ye beya, ebe buana ma ye Ghana, Niania ye dia, ye mercury kwani yen susema no. Ehun betumi akwakoto din na yenyina yetimi atena Ghana wa pomudene ene ahodin mu.
Is both urgent and compelling. It speaks directly to one of the greatest threats to our collective survival as a people. Illegal mining is not merely an environmental issue. It is an existential challenge that strikes at the heart of sustainable development, public health, and national planning. Galamsey is destroying the very foundation upon which sustainable architecture depends. It poisons our rivers, strips our landscape of vegetation, destabilizes soil, and renders vast areas unsafe for habitation or development. The siltation and contamination of our water bodies drive up the cost of water treatment, reduce availability for consumption, and hinders housing delivery, especially for vulnerable communities. But beyond this, Galamsey undermines spatial planning and responsible land use. Land earmarked for housing, agriculture, or public infrastructure are being ravaged, leaving behind scarred terrain that endangers lives and drain our national resource. Fellow architects, this is where your profession becomes a powerful force for change. Architects are not just designers of buildings or spaces. You are a custodian of the environment, a guardian of sustainable space. Your work stands at the intersection of art.
And someone agent rehapa wa ye suku sem ho say abofra ko into aso suku ye SHS akoye say this abofra ne unity we yoba wo say we unity be ma kora de ye nka akwa anko pese won ko bo rasta fa anko tenetere suku ma anko hwahwa enko forma eno no nam so ma GS for de beto abonten say we aba ya na say wo be konto aso suku no a e wo say utwa otirimi go utwa ma ne kofom kora eno na wo dodo na sika 43 ema eso monti ase de obehu a video be ko viral be kwa no na abofra bi a oba be konto so suku ye yi ni ti no su se ne se hunti wo be yi ni tiri nwato ago ni nyina ye se obe ko SHS nti eno no nam so ma eye owura ni monyamfo Haruna Idrisu ono eno hwe ye suku ho nsem so no e de atodwa wo chirim se de GS for de atodwa no wo so pa wo so dendenden ojiro machi pampe oya abofra na se wuti krom hanko ade a wo be control so suku a eni se wo de utiri mi ba yi dan kwa ye competition wo school mo eno no be kakra na hiafo ma we be ka se aye se de ase me na me nyonko aboniti e na we tire we kra we de fe che me bo kwa ye competition wo school mo ye mpenisa da bi yi wuti no kwale sakola ana se yi ni sweat de fe ni sweat ne nkofom kra down cuts eno no ba wo focus nyina wa disua so ena se wo ba school mo ha ye ni bia ya e botire po ni anka mpese nya ba bia wo koye washing wo koye we ni ade ade nti wo ba yi wuti wo pompo wo nti ase so ama me fa won private school ye be ma wo di wutiri mi aba na wo ka so be ko government school ko ade a ewraba wutiri mi no betwa ne kwatere.
And that's where you are building their emotional intelligence. Then it relates me to my second directors. I see the ladies here are all beautiful. I don't want this hair in the secondary school. The very difference of hairstyle. So for purpose of uniformity and for discipline and for enforcing character and preparing them for a tomorrow, after a certain age when they get into tertiary institutions, they are free to wear what kind of hairstyle they want, but not at the basic secondary level. Therefore, I demand the cooperation and support of parents for the GS to strictly and religiously enforce this directive is for purpose of uniformity. And as I indicated, tomorrow, if we cave in to her, tomorrow it will be shoe, the kind of shoe to wear or not to wear. And the next day it will be a different style of dress that they are opting for. And we expect that parents, hand to hand. In my training as a student of sociology, socialization is a shared responsibility between parents and teachers. And therefore we should have that understanding. And then to Naka.
Dom kuma ya womo ewo mrasebe fie dia tuja wono ede sobo kwa ma Attorney General Dominic Anyene se asa media sem ye ne dedodo abefo ntintan fidie ni so tena ye ne de bibia no de mirika begina ho instead of so be hweso ye adwuma ama ya hu se wo boy adwuma no na tete media so na nsem ho hia nko na ye de enye entini bo ho modern so be ye adwuma ye de aso wo ne ja media so animonyam pe no.
The AG says he is into these media circus because he doesn't want to be referred to as an incompetent Attorney General because he wasn't an incompetent lawyer. Please, Mr. Attorney General, competent agents don't prosecute their cases in the court of public opinion. Competent agents prosecute their cases in the court where evidence are subject to street proof. In criminal trials, he has a responsibility to prove his case beyond reasonable doubt. This is where you go. Put the evidence before the court. Let the lawyers of the other parties scrutinize the evidence. If it stands the test of time and the court pronounces them guilty, so be it. Why do we bring the evidence to the media for just this media circus to destroy the image of people even before they get a chance to open their defenses? As a people.
Yeah, so akasi abono so na make I will say o share Ashanti Prime TV you no so akasi abono wani gu so a wo hwe no midin the gift ya bag na me na me de kase abono esom won ye nkopie mu o sekendi takra de ho no mu MP e de to just say what the sika 2 million Ghana cedis e call dia ma eye adwadifo ma e wo ho ma mo ho hihia mu so omo fan support mo business omo fan se omo dwadi mu na enkoye e fa ma omo no no ye bosia or diabo womwa insi hu bia ni hu.
We started this program in 2023. It was one of the social intervention programs that we initiated to lessen the burden of the people in Sekendi. We gave out interest-free loans to the traders and market women. We were able to do about 1,000 as at its peak when we were getting to the election. But after the election, financial difficulties set in, so the processes got stalled. But now we've been able to raise about 2 million Ghana cedis, and now we've decided that we have to revamp it, we have to relaunch it, and then get the women up and going proper. So we decided that we have to wait till getting to the SMAT so that the people or the traders will be able to utilize the money very wisely and be able to repay the money back as they've been doing all this time. The number of people that today we did is about 350, and then previously they were paying the loans in 5 months, 6 months. Now we've standardized everything, we made it uniform, and each and every one, no matter how much you take, is going to pay it within 8 months.
Yanson semno so yen konko pie mu wo Kumasi High Court yenye nim se Ghana yenum tuni kese a oto anananom wonse do enche bia honsem aye bubuja o social media so ne TikTok fo ni Facebook fo yi twene sere ne ambasa no ene no mko pie mu asem tipi a omode asem no ko pie mu a court to tena asem no so na ene no akoye se court re se abusuafo mo tena se de lumba yin munyamfo se de mo ya asem no enye fe nya nika ono akro ya asem mo owu na mo ye na chi basa obeyesa mantwentwen akogina kroti ati ni su atwa dwadwo etese mpese ne samai sua na ne samai sa wu bi mana da bi na abusuafo tena se na mo fa yie nto yie na abusua pani fa nsiesie emra na asumdwe nya adwuma na ekopie mo court ho a yese woni ne nsaw ka kire actually say akosua say wa fans fo ne wo mo penasem ya wo mo ya ware fo ya ware wo mo fie legal wise a printed t-shirt ya hodo a kire senya asem keto a ehye wo mo a wo mo de ko support ya akosua say wa na akosua fosu a oyeda de lumba nua ba nso gina na chi ogina kuma chi pampes wo ne yire no eya den no ba ya ware wo de ye ka so ma me ye ukura yi dabi wo mo twa mu abusua pani twene mu ne betene ye pe obeye ira sede ese kunani waye na sibi enti no ama fans na ni agi bosse paden den se ye den a e wabusuafo ni bia wo mo so e support ya na se wo mo bo akosu ase wa chiri dom Dr. Frank Amwako hina ko pemu China ni nyina ye Ghana ye mpuntuo sebe ya ye mpuntu nyuma anase ye mpuntuo be koso nti wo ko pemu ho no ma woni China aban na di nkomo bebre na wo sese de China te na ne fere na ni kadodo kire se wo hwe wo mo forest no kire se kwaye wo China ene wo munsu a ani kroji enwie from enso be pemu na santimentem hanom a enya nsem ketwa galamsey tu ye ni China foi moye mukro mu kama ena mo de galamsey na ese ye kro die eno no sa na Mfanti Ashanti regional minister ye Frank Amwako hene doctor ese wo baga na obehwe na santimentem mu so aye se China ketwa.
I think that we need to commend. Importantly for me, when I came, I saw how beautiful your rivers are and how green your forest is. I want same for my country. I have beautiful rivers and beautiful forests. However, we have gold in abundance, for which reason people come in, engage in illegal mining, they destroy our forests, they destroy our gold. What I want to use this platform to caution is that Ghana is open for partnership in exploring our mineral. Australia, they are there through NEMOT. They have less environmental issues. South Africa, they are there through Anglo Group. They have less environmental issues. Unfortunately, in some cases, we arrest some of the Chinese nationals who collaborate with locals to do it illegally and spoil our water and spoil our forest. We are open. Anyone who wants to come to the country and do it legally, there are laws that will support their businesses and protect their investment. However, those who do it illegally have been motivated by the sight of your beautiful river and your beautiful forest to go and jealously protect my rivers in my region and for that matter my country, and exactly the forest. Because I visited one of your forests, which is very historic, just beside the Shaolin's temple. Very green, mountainous, beautiful. I want that for my country too. So it's one thing that I've also learned during this trip to Denjo City.
Young Concrofa mine so dia ni kopimo Kenya reho sem kesi ato mine Kenya ye say plane crash and say ya ye ti say bi to Ghana wasante bantemu a no koya rehosem kese mpanimfo enwotwe to anananom wonse do no ebia si wo Kenya no de nipa mako du enenam so akwa hwe ase ama emu nipa mienu ato anananom wonse do Kenya man mu no rehosem afiri wonmo abetodwa eno no.
A tragic plane crash in Kenya has claimed 12 lives, most of them foreign tourists on a safari excursion. The accident occurred early Tuesday morning in a hilly forested area of coastal Kwale County. The Mombasa Air Safari flight was carrying 8 Hungarian and 2 German passengers with 2 crew members of Kenyan origin to the famous Masai Mara National Reserve. Officials claim that the crash happened around 5:30 a.m. local time amid heavy rain. The pilot did not make contact after takeoff from Diani airstrip, and the aircraft was later found as a charred wreck. Witnesses reported hearing a loud explosion. The cause is now under investigation. This incident raises question as the 2018 international audit found Kenya's accident investigation standard below.
It's Kenya mino yebeka say ya kwa busiafo wo nyame hye Kenya fo nyina de enipa mako dumienu enenam sa plane crash so to nananom wonse do Kenya edibuso agina nkofa man so nsem ye nko Cameroon ho no mo president Paul Biya ya kire se wono no ade akonwa na akokora o poso so won ti jai wade akonwa no so fiti 1982 a kire se ne ye nwome ye kora ne maso a wade enso so se won so de mfira akonwa ne so na akokopie mu ho ma sa bre aye piso kire se dom kuma wo mo wo ete se de MPP ni NDC wo Ghana no ai omodom kuma no se wo mo nti ase papa ne nam kwati kwan bi so na epes wotina akonwa no so eno no ka sen yamfa no kredie enye adwuma wamfa mera kwan so ne de nya abayi a wo ba betina akonwa esi.
It's another day of angry protests and tension in Douala in Cameroon. The country had awaited the results of the presidential election that took place 2 weeks ago with bated breath. But when the results announced an 8th mandate for President Paul Biya, the city, like many others, erupted into protests. Young people in Douala barricaded all the main streets of the city, and fires could be seen breaking out on key streets of the economic capital of Cameroon. Many inhabitants like Max have badly received the announcement of the election results by the Constitutional Council. I'm sick of it. I don't work and I can't even look after my grandsons who I have at home. I am suffering so much. So much. Paul Biya needs to stop. I was crushed when I heard the news about the results. It just crushed me. I will be honest with you, it was so shocking to me that I almost broke my TV. What they are doing and have been doing is just hypocrisy. To this government I want to say, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, but you need to stop. If it gets too much for you, you stop. Paul Biya has done a lot for us, but he needs to step down. We respect him a lot, he's like our father, our grandfather, but he needs to stop. In Douala, the security situation has degenerated so much that the armed forces were deployed to several districts of the city. Pillaging, destruction of the public space and live bullets marked the afternoon on Monday, leading to the entire city being paralyzed. Paul Biya was re-elected with a score of 53%. The decision has been denounced by opposition candidate Chiroma, who called once more for mass protest on Monday.
NC no sabre no Cameroon for president Paul Biya. I don't know president of Cameroon were 92 years. And I still now was one chima obi mano. So the nkokrafo nkwaso na ebu oman no. O hwe mpanifo mako numa edi n'echia. Omo na ebo na manabu oman ya. Obia nya ne papa pos. Clement Tangana ono no any president ne constitutional council wadi 91 years. And a Cloud Mecca, a chief of staff Cameroon for no omo chief of staff and ono so 91 years. And a Major Marcel said the Niat ono so president of Senate ono so 84 years. And a Laurent Eso ono so minister of justice 83 years. And a Kawaye Yegu One also is Speaker of the National Assembly. One also the 85 years. Adeng Africa. Bonnie Bain. Ah? Bonnie Bain adia. Edia. Edia pempese mi nkuminya na nkokorafo a mo ya ato na nanom wonse do. Mo ntwemo to ma marante ma mefa akonwa yi. Na mo so ni so bi ede asem kora ni ede na pese mi nkuminya sa no. Enye o. Abibrem. Kame akwese Ghana nko na sese no ye wo mampani a wo ya abrante. Ai. Mahama. Owe ojina so na dwene memory ni ye adwuma. Wonwo. Kame akwese nkokorafo nko Nigeria. Tinebu 80 something years. Ghana kora se ne wobi. Nansi ya na nyame aye Ghana fo adoma wo mo wo ba kwati kwa firi so a na abrante ebu oman no wa hwese de abrante ebu oman na oman no obi asum dwonwo ko miami krom eye Burkina Faso na ko hwade. All right. For this I would say it's ever talk as about so dance when bibi me twa me ho siman ma basisia me ba e de kase na to aso. Yes, so I can see a bonus sodia and any MP one something man tell Muhanomo, Aquaba versus Obake. Actually, say no bedin train how Ghana will be a can be and cry for say yes, Aquaba, Enyan Obake, to the Saquaba na. One more essay, the Indian Tressa, one more a one camemu. Yet, Nancy, my fatches or where's one Aquaba, me boho abrasa, sia, or my mom who quaya my the airports, Nessis one, Yamfa Mukasa, Mubi, no. Enam so ama womo aisise dwumadie wa ASHANTI region hanoma no ye kuma wudufo film association no aka omho aboma ASHANTI global festival fo di dwumadie hihye so mo to din akwa aba versus obake na titru ni stars ne bebre na bepie mu ho no ma Evangel Loris bepie mu Clemento Suarez bepie mu sa enso so na Dr. Likey enso so ni wayo si mo poko be o se ne nasefo a lawyer fo titru ni anuanyamfo dodo na nso timi bepie mu a enam so madwumadie no eye kama na no nam so ama wo mo de abasobo de akwa ama waye osi opoku be ose ne chese Evangel Loris no ma eno na ya ni gisem kese wo ho no mo.
There are some people that we also have to say big thank you to because it's a Kumawu initiative. There have been people who are pioneers of Kumawu, people who are talents of Kumawu, people who are future of Kumawu. We want to say big thank you to Vivian J. Lawrence. And a big thank you to Big Wayosi. And big thank you to Dr. Akabineza Likey. And a big thank you to Opoku Bese and there are some people that we also have to say big thank you to them. Because it's a Kumawood initiative. There have been people who are pioneers of Kumawood, people who are talents of Kumawood, people who are future of Kumawood. We want to say big thank you to Vivian J.
Enti wajuma di ase no a lawyer for do na be pie mu wo ene akabeneza ye lawyer Clemento Suarez Clemento Suarez so why so ye lawyer ni bi esa ene ekoye ye nti anigide ye kase ebo yiso de begina ne ade ene kase ebo ni nyina ba wie ye wa age brehwe bie no nyame nhira pa me producer me cameraman nyame nhira adwempa so ofia o ye director Yami Ejrapa Ike me da sibe bremidin at the gift sale. Nyankopo ya much na numre no so ye besen share bi macro.
ASHANTI Prime TV.